This space is called the Flux Innovation Lounge. And what we've created here is basically an insight. It's for people to be able to envision what the latest technology can do for your businesses. What we do is we sit down with corporations and organizations and big projects, and we try and work with them to understand what the purpose is of the objectives that they're trying to achieve with the latest technology, to interact with us, the people, us, the customers, and try and get them engaged and interacting with the technology so they create a really engaging experience. Engage works with various companies in the fields of augmented reality and virtual reality. Now, this is a virtual reality simulation. What it does is it takes you into an immersive world. In this case, we're going to go deep sea diving, and it really gets you to experience what it is like under the sea. So you can see the fishes, you can see the sharks or the stingrays as they come at you, and it brings to life in a really creative and collaborative way the experience of actually diving. This technology was actually bought by Facebook for £2 billion, and it's called the Oculus Rift. So it's a really creative technology. How Facebook are going to use it, well, we'll see. But actually, this technology can be used to really bring to alive lots of different environments.
We are showing here interactive applications. So it works with touch, but also with other interaction methods such as a pen and also physical objects. So we can interact with the screen with physical objects. One main use case for this is in corporate public spaces. So for example, in a lobby of a major corporation, they can do their presentations for visitors in a very interactive manner.
This is a robot, and it's highly interactive. It's designed to be able to tour you around exhibits by using controllers or in a remote fashion. The robot has a number of cameras so that you can actually see the operator or can see us as individuals. And it has the ability to be able to go backwards and forwards and sideways, quite good maneuverability. And the thing to remember is that this is built on Segway technology, which is some of the riders that you've seen in America going around amusement parks. They use that. It's had an iPad fitted on the top with a bit more pizzazz in terms of the technology, but it's very much designed to be a guide for an interactive tour around an exhibit. Yeah, this is the Fashion 3D pod that we created with Space 3D. What it allows you to do is effectively to go into the pod, to be able to virtually put on clothes or a collection of clothes, and then be able to email those pictures of you in those clothes to yourself and to be able to experience what it looks like having those fashions. But it's a really exciting piece of technology because for the first time you don't need to go into a changing room and take your clothes off and go through all the rigmarole. You can literally see what you look like with the clothes before you actually go to the changing room.
So Chanel came to us with a vision of creating some technology within their stores. So we came up with an idea about creating a virtual book. With Chanel, they're such a high-value brand. They do a lot of magazines, so what we did, we created the magazine into a virtual magazine. So we tied a various number of technologies together, which is projection and also interactive sensors, such as gesture controlled. So the content's it's installed onto a CMS system, onto a PC, projected down, and as the infrared comes down and hits the beams, you can scrape across the book. They're actually used every day by the public, so they're working 15 hours a day. And what Chanel can do is they can change the content through the CMS system. So if a new product comes out, they can upload the CMS system and change it, it instantly comes back down to the book.
So what we have here is a headset, and the headset has two sensors, one here and one on the earlobe. And what we do is we think, and as we think, we influence the changing of the colours of the ball that we have here on the table. So it's very much designed to harness your thoughts and your brain waves to be able to influence change within the colours of the ball. That then can be applied in a much more interactive way when you start thinking about models, helicopters, planes, remote control vehicles, and the ability to be able to drive them or guide them through these sort of devices. So what we're finding here is that we're influencing the colour of the ball and trying to change the colour so that it's going a different colour due to our thought waves. we've got an app here, and this app works on an iPad. What it does is it takes a scan of the environment, and then once the environment has been scanned, you can put furniture into the spaces. So we now have a sofa put into context. We can see what it looks like. We can change the colours of it so that we can actually say, oh look, I want a red one rather than a green one. And it really gives you a feel for what the space could look like if you are an interior designer, or if you're a customer going to one of the retail shops and looking at sofas, beds, curtains, you name it.